Do you know what one of the deepest frustrations a woman rarely expresses out loud is? It's not that her partner doesn't last long enough, or even that he doesn't touch her the right way. It's something else. It's that precise moment when she feels she's on the verge of climax, but he can't hold back and finishes first. And then, her whole body, which was building up like a volcano ready to explode, gets stuck halfway. Interrupted, unsatisfied. And the worst part? Often, he doesn't even notice. He hugs her, smiles, and she pretends, once again, as if nothing happened. But in her mind, this thought lingers. Why can't we ever come together? Will we ever manage to climax at the same time? And here comes the truth that almost no one has the courage to say out loud. Coming together, making sure she finishes with you, that you surrender to pleasure like in a shared explosion, is not a matter of luck. It's science. It's strategy. And above all, it's an act of total attention. Because if you think a woman's orgasm depends only on what you do with your penis, you're missing 70% of the control. A woman's mind, her breathing rhythm, the way you touch her, the speed at which you change angles, the moment her hips start to seek you without her even realizing it. All of that builds up to that point of no return, where orgasm becomes inevitable. And when you're connected to her body, you feel it before she even says anything. More than that, you can predict it. You can take her right up to that edge, and stay there with her. Hold her, adjust every movement with precision like a conductor. And when the moment comes, come together. Not by chance, but because you intended to. And how do you achieve that? What positions allow for that level of precision, control, and synchronicity? Most men have no idea. They switch positions aimlessly, confuse speed with intensity, wear themselves out, lose focus, climax too early, and she stays there, in silence, pretending once again. But you're not here to repeat what everyone else does. You're here because you want to understand. Because you've reached a point in life where you no longer seek quantity, but true quality, deep, honest, where every encounter leaves a mark, an emotional imprint on her body, and also in your memory. That's why, before I reveal the 2 specific positions that will give you total control, shared pleasure, and simultaneous orgasm, even if you've never managed it before, you need to understand one thing. A woman doesn't surrender with her body alone. She surrenders when she feels trust. And when she realizes you can read her rhythm, her silent language, her most subtle signals, something happens. She opens up. She lets herself be led. And then you don't need to ask her to moan, to tremble, or to wrap her legs around you when she's coming. She does it on her own. Because she's in ecstasy. Because her body is responding to yours, as if they were made for each other. That ecstasy, that connection where you climax together, where orgasm isn't the end, but the peak of a ritual, is what I'm about to show you now. But first, a warning. Once you learn this, there's no going back. Because you'll see something in her eyes. A different way of looking at you after sex. It's not just affection. It's gratitude. It's renewed desire. It's the certainty that you are not like the others. And when a man manages to synchronize his own rhythm with hers, something dissolves inside the woman. It's no longer about friction or positions. It's about truly being present. And that is the real secret. Listen closely now. The first position that makes all of this possible is much more than a position. It's a form of connection. I'm talking about what many call the spooning position, but not the way most people do it. Not rushed, not as a break, but as a ritual. You behind her, her back against your chest, your hands exploring her body with tenderness and no hurry. From this angle, Your penis can gently stimulate the G-spot from the side. And this angle, with soft pressure and circular movements, can trigger slow waves of pleasure through her pelvic area. You don't thrust. You pulse with her. You breathe with her. You feel when she lets go, without fear. The secret is not in how long it lasts, but in how present you are. Many men fail because they believe an erection is enough. But it's not about hardness. It's about intention. And when she feels that you're not chasing your orgasm, but walking with her toward a shared climax, her body reacts immediately. Her nipples harden, her thighs tremble, her breathing changes. She's not pretending. She's really feeling it. Now listen to me closely. The second position may seem common, but when done with awareness, it becomes pure alchemy. I'm talking about when she is on top, but not simply riding. It's not about her being in control. It's about you giving her that control. When she's on top, she can control the angle, the depth, the rhythm. And you can look at her, into her eyes, her moving belly, her parted lips. Place your hands on her hips, not to apply force, just to guide the energy. Let her move the way she needs, and if the connection between you is real, you'll feel how her pelvis aligns with yours, as if you were made for each other. In this position, when you maintain eye contact and breathe with her, the orgasm comes almost unexpectedly. Hers and yours, together. Many men chase the perfect orgasm, the climax that proves their masculinity. But I tell you, with years of clinical experience, the most powerful thing is not the orgasm. It's the moment when both realize there's no more effort, no distance, no ego. Only surrender. Do it. Do it as I told you. You don't need toys, or tricks, or surgery. You only need your body, your presence, and these two positions, with respect, slowness, and hunger for connection. Have you ever experienced it like this? Has it ever happened to you that, without knowing how her orgasm triggered yours? Tell me in the comments. I want to read your story. And if this touched something inside you, subscribe. Because this channel is for men who no longer want to simply perform, but to truly feel. And remember, your body is wise, but your desire is even wiser.